Hello friends, welcome to Style in Rudraksh. Today, Style in Rudraksh presents a very happy Women's Equality Day. Today, on the special occasion of Women's Equality Day, I am going to present a short story on the interview. The interview is excerpt from a postcard that changed my life by Sudha Murthy. So let's begin. It was probably the April of 1974. Bangalore was getting warm and the gulmohars were blowing at the IISc, Indian Institute of Science campus. I was the only girl in my postgraduate department and was staying at the women's hostel. The other girls in my hostel were pursuing research in different departments of science. I was looking forward to going abroad to complete a doctorate in computer science. I had been offered scholarships by the university in United States. I had not thought of taking up a job in India. One day, while on my way to my hostel from our lecture hall complex, I saw an advertisement on the notice board. It was a standard job requirement notice from the famous automobile company Telco. It stated that the company required bright, young engineers, hardworking with an excellent academic background, etc. At the bottom was a small line, "Lady candidates need not apply." I read it and was very upset. For the first time in my life, I was up against gender discrimination. Though I was not keen on taking up the job, I saw it as a challenge. I had done extremely well in academics, better than most of my male peers. Little did I know then that in real life, academic excellence was not enough to be successful. After reading the notice, I went fuming to my room. I decided to inform the topmost person in Telco's management about the injustice that the company was perpetrating. I got a postcard and began writing, but there was a problem. I did not know who headed Telco. I thought that it must be one of the Tatas, though actually Sumit Mulgaonkar was the company's chairman then. I knew that J.R.D. Tata was the head of Tata Group. I had seen his pictures in newspapers. I took the card, addressed it to JRD and started writing. To this day, I remember clearly what I wrote. April 1974, Bangalore. The great Tatas have always been pioneers. They are the people who started the basic infrastructure industries in India, such as iron and steel, chemicals, textiles, and locomotives. They have cared for higher education in India since 19, and they were responsible for the establishment of Indian Institute of Science. Fortunately, I study there. But I am surprised how a company like Telco is discriminating on the basis of gender. Sincerely, Sudha. I posted the letter and forgot about it. Less than 10 days later, I received a telegram stating that I had to appear for an interview at Telco's Pune facility at the company's expense. I was taken aback by the telegram. My hostel mates told me that I should use the opportunity to go to Pune free of cost and buy them the famous Pune saris for cheap. I collected ₹30 from everyone who wanted a sari. When I look back, I feel like laughing at the reasons for my going, but back then, they seemed good enough to make the trip. It was my first visit to Pune, and I immediately fell in love with the city. To this day, it remains dear to me. I feel as much as home in Pune as I do in Hubli, my hometown. The place has changed my life in many ways. As directed, I went to the Telco's Pimpri office for the interview. There were 6 people on the panel, and I realized that this was a serious business. "This is the girl who wrote to JRD," I heard someone whisper as soon as I entered the room. By then, I knew for sure that I wouldn't get the job. The realization abolished all fears from my mind, so I was rather cool while the interview was being conducted. Even before the interview started, I made up my mind that the panel was biased. So I told them, rather impolitely, "I hope this is only a technical interview." They were taken aback by my rudeness, and even today I am ashamed of my behavior. The panel asked me technical questions, and I answered all of them. Then an elderly gentleman with an affectionate voice told me, "Do you know why we said that ladies candidate need not apply? The reason is that we never employed ladies on the shop floor. This is not a co-ed college, this is a factory. When it comes to academics, you are the first ranker throughout. We appreciate that, but people like you should work in research laboratories." I was a young girl from small town Hubli. My world has been a limited place. I did not know the ways of large corporate houses and their difficulties. So I answered, "But you must start somewhere, otherwise no woman will ever be able to work in your factories." Finally, after a long interview, I was told that I had been successful. One day, I had to show some reports to Mr. Mulgaonkar, our chairman. I was in his office when suddenly JRD walked in. I was feeling very nervous, remembering my postcard episode. Mr. Mulgaonkar introduced me nicely. "Ji, this young woman is an engineer and that too a postgraduate. She is the first woman to work on the telco shop floor." JRD looked at me. I was praying that he would not ask me about my interview or the postcard that I preceded it. Thankfully, he didn't. Instead, he remarked, "It's nice that girls are getting into engineering in our country. By the way, what is your name?" So, I hope you liked this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment on this video. Thank you and Happy Women's Day again.